I'm climbed into the plane with shaky paws. I checked my seatbelt buckle 10 times. I located the nearest exit. I made sure there was an inflatable life vest under my seat. Up, up, and away. Tia squeaked as the plane's wheel left the ground. My clothes dug into the seat. I really do hate flying. Maybe even more than I hate pickled blue cheese sandwiches. I mean, why would you ruin a delicious cheese with pickle juice? Trap's voice broke into my thoughts. Tia, how long have you been flying? He smirked. 2 days a week. It doesn't, it's, it doesn't look to me like you can do any tricks. Tia turned to glare at my cousin. How dare you? She shrieked. Minutes later, the plane soared straight into the sky, then dove down in a loop. I covered my eyes with my paws. Oh no, no tricks, I cried. But as usual, no one listening to me. That's it, Chap shouted. That's the whole show. Thea was foaming. I opened my eyes long enough to see steam pouring from her ears. Before I knew it, we were rolling through the air. Then Tia put the plane into a tailspin. I thought I was going to lose my lunch. I'm not feeling too good, I murmured in a whisper. I grabbed an air sickness bag behind me. Trap keeps squeaking away. Really? That's all you can do, Tia? He scoffed. Maybe you should step aside. I bet I could fly this thing with my eyes closed. By now my eyes were sealed shut. Oh, why did I get into a plane with these two nuts? I should have known this would happen. My sister and my cousin are like mold and cheese. They're just not good together. Here comes the best part. The death loop, my sister squeaked. I began to sob. The plane flipped in the air again and again. Yippee! Shouted my sister. Big deal, stammered Chuck. I didn't say a word. Instead, I fainted. Trap brought me back by holding a piece of smelly cheese under my nose. Please, no more, I cried, still shaking. Oh, don't be such a coward, Geronimo. Geronimoid, my sister scolded. What happened to you? We're almost there anyway. Minutes later, we drove down onto a runway. Tears sprang to my eyes, but this time they were tears of joy. I was alive. Yeah, alive. Done. Next, risky rodents troubles. We climb off the plane. A cute female mouse wearing a bikini greeted us. She hung she hung a garland of flowers around each of our neck, necks. Welcome to Sweet Rose Island, she squeaked. Outside the airport, we headed for the rental cars. That's when I spotted a dented old jeep with the words Risky Rodent Travels painted on the side. Suddenly, my stomach lurched. Why did I have a feeling that jeep was for us? I was right. Tia jumped on board in a flash. She and Trap had to hold me on, kicking and squeaking. Oh, how had I gotten myself into this mess? Tia sat behind the wheel. Then she turned the key. The jeep roared off with a shovel of tires, shovel of tires. The journey seemed to last forever. Finally, the car stopped with a jolt. I gathered my last bit of strength and crawled out. To my horror, I realized we were at a harbor. Tia immediately jumped into a dangerous looking pencil thin speedboat. The others followed, but not me. Not this time. I dug in my heels. I'm not getting in. I shrieked. Boats are bad enough, but I cannot get on a speedboat. I just too scary. Just then, Trump let out a squeak. Geronimo, look, he cried, pointing to the bottom of the boat. Someone left a copy of Ratty Potter, and it's signed by the author. For a moment, they have inside the boat. It's the boat. Dun, 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 dun. So sleepy now. I forgot where I was. I love Ratty Potter. He's a young mouse wizard who has all of these incredible adventures. I have read all the books in the series. It would be so amazing to get the copy signed by the author. I leaned over to get a better look into the boat, and that's when Trap grabbed my tail. He yanked me into the boat. I had been tricked. Tia started the engine. Help! I'm being moused now! I shouted, terrified, but no one was around to hear me. No one except my family. That is, and they were the ones doing the mouse napping. Relax, big brother, squeaked Tia, fastening her seat belt. We're off to Butterfly Island. Get ready for an amazing time. Next, you want to sleep, Layling? Okay, read more then. The 10 stages of seasickness. Do you suffer from motion sickness? I do. I get sick on boats. I get sick on planes. I get sick in cars. It's really the most awful feeling. First, my ears begin to buzz. Then my tail twitches. Then my eyes cross. Then my stomach lurches. Finally, I turn as pale as a slice where it is of mozzarella. When we reached Butterfly Island, Tia, Trap, and Benjamin had to carry me off the boat. I'm not getting on plane, boat or car, I shouted ever again. Tia stared at me with an innocent expression. Who said you have to? She smiled. You mean no planes? I asked, looking around. No planes, she replied. No boats, I continued, still not convinced. Not a one. I continue still. Why bite me? You close your eyes. Close your eyes. Not convinced. Not one, she agreed. No cars, no trains. I pressed in disbelief. Tia just kept shaking her head. At last, I heaved a sigh of relief. Thank goodness there would be no more wild rides. I was beginning to feel like my old self again. Which way do we go now? I asked cheerfully. Where is this famous valley of Jesus? Tia waved her paw in a one direction. Oh, it's right around here, she answered. I unfolded a map. That's when I noticed something. The whole island was shaped like a giant butterfly. How very odd, I thought. I looked around me. There was green everywhere. Green trees, green buses, green grass. This place was a gardener's dream. I stepped forward into the high grass. Then I stopped. A strange feeling came over me. There was something wrong with this picture. I just couldn't quite put my paw on it. Behind me, I heard Trap humming a silly. The whole island was shaped like a giant butterfly. Tune, it was from some popular TV show. My cousin loves cartoons. He knows all the theme songs. My heart. At the moment, I realized what was wrong with the island. There were no rodents. There were no buzzing insects. There were no chirping birds. There were no sounds at all, except for a trap. It was quieter than the Chatterton Library when Mrs. Ushermas is working. I felt a shiver run up my tail, my paws began to shake. My heart started to race. What of an island was this? The end. She's sleeping well. Good night, everybody.